We need to communicate truth. Without truth, there is no knowledge. What we find in today's world is that we have lies that are purposely sent our way to deceive us and to cause us to modify our behavior. I'd like to go back about 50 years to the early 1970s when I was stationed in Korea in the Army, and I met a man from Tennessee who became my friend very quickly because we had similar backgrounds. He confided in me after several weeks and told me one of his main secrets that he had learned prior to coming into the military, but he held to be true, and that was that there was no gold in Fort Knox. And I thought about that, and I thought, oh, what would be the ramification of not being any gold in Fort Knox? And I thought about it, and it probably would not be very good if there truly was no gold in Fort Knox. So I did some investigation, and I found out that in mid-1963, several months before he was killed, John F. Kennedy stated that he wanted to do an audit of the Federal Reserve because Kennedy knew that there was something wrong with the Federal Reserve's books, and he wanted to prove that what they said was true. We know what happened in November of 1963. If we just take a look at what's happened recently in our current lives, we look and we see that in early 2017, we were given information that there was a collusion between President Trump and the Russians that helped him get into office as president, that he cheated to get into office. We were then told that after the pandemic hit, that hydroxychloroquine was not effective, and in fact it could be harmful to those people who decided to take it by some doctors, including Anthony Fauci. And we were told that we were not to believe that there was any election fraud whatsoever, that in fact, because there were no court cases heard, that the election was all above board and Joe Biden is our president. So these are three cases where we were fed information, but many of us believe that we were fed lies, expecting that we would believe them, and to perpetuate the lie, if we gave anything but the lie in any kind of correspondence on any social media, that where our social media accounts would be censored. And that's what's happened. So if we take a look at the book or the movie 1984 and understand what Orwell wrote in 1939 at age of 39 is coming to form, one of those messages that came out was ignorance is strength. And we look at what has happened to our public school system over the last 50 years, and we are not teaching people very much about anything other than basic arithmetic and basic science, but we're not teaching them about history and current events like we did some 50 years ago. So should we believe Anderson Cooper? Should we believe George Stephanopoulos? Should we believe David Muir? Or are they just passing on the lies that they were told to give us instead of passing on the truth? So I ask you, is there gold in Fort Knox?